This is the last mission of XCOM2 on Commander difficulty. I want to share with you the best technique I found for dealing with the abnormally large packs of aliens you find on this mission. So up here you see there's a pack of 4 mutons and there are 2 more Andromedons lurking in the darkness. That's a lot of HP to get through in a single round of combat, and it's more than likely some aliens will be still left alive after that, and then they'll start returning fire and you may start taking injuries or casualties. So we want to stop that from happening. We want to wipe out the entire squad before they can fire back, and the way we do that is by setting up a perfect ambush. So we're pretty familiar with performing an ambush when your entire squad is in concealment, but that only works for the first part of the mission. In a long, prolonged mission like this, you'll only have your single ranger in concealment, and everyone else hanging out the back down here is going to be not in concealment, and the moment they come up to the enemy, they'll start reacting and moving into cover and coming towards you, and you won't really get to do much damage to them because they'll all be in cover. So the way we want to set up this ambush is the ranger comes up and she can actually observe them for a few turns, and so for the last few turns I've seen this pack move up and down this corridor, so they're patrolling here, and I know in the next turn if they follow the same pattern of movement, they'll come down towards this intersection here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my squad up so that they'll walk right into my Overwatch trap, and by the rules of the game, if they trigger the Overwatch trap on my turn, they only get one free move, but they don't get an attack. And so that means I get to fire 6 times on them in Overwatch, and then I get an entire free turn of moving up, flanking them and killing them before they even get to fire a single shot. So how do we know where to stand? If we look at the line of sight indicators, this soldier's a bit sticky. You can see that next to the HP bar there's a crosshair that shows that if I walk to this square, I'll have line of sight to hit them, but it also means that they'll have line of sight to hit me. So I want to step just one square before that happens, which is here they can see me and here they can't. So I'll just move up my whole squad into just beyond their visual range. And it's okay to clump up because according to the rules of the game, if they trigger the Overwatch ambush, they can't fire, only I can shoot. So we just move everyone up here and then we'll Overwatch them next. As for my ranger, I've got to move her back into safety, as in the ensuing combat anything could happen. She could take damage from a grenade, or the enemy could just run by her hiding place and reveal her, and I won't have her in concealment anymore. Because this strategy, it's pretty important to keep the concealed ranger for the rest of the mission. So she actually doesn't fire a single shot, just stays in concealment for the entire game. So we'll see how lucky we get with the Overwatch. That's 3 misses and 1 hit. It's not very good.
Come on!
4 misses and 1 hit. Okay, 4 misses and 2 hits. That's possibly one of the worst results you can get. But, you know, that's XCOM, it happens. Well, it's still fine. We'll start moving up and seeing how much damage we can do to them. I'd like to get a good now lance hit here, but I'm not sure if I've got the right angle for it. So the avatar does a lot of damage and it pretty much guarantees a kill on the mutons. Now I'm going to try and take down one Andromedon at least. I'll see whether it's doable.
On the move.
Pray I get good hits here.
Hostile target down.
So it looks like there'll definitely be some enemies alive at the end of the next turn, but that's fine, I've got a plan to deal with them. Which you'll see in a bit.
I'm on it.
The decision of whether I should chain shot this Andromedon or not. I might just fire one normally and then one with a chain shot. Well, that makes it easier.
Hostile terminated.
So there's going to be one Andromedon alive, and the Andromedon's pretty deadly. You can see that I've completely not used cover at all fighting this pack because, you know, the best defense is a good offense. What we can do is use a ranger to tank the damage of the last Andromedon for one turn before we kill it. And the way we do that is we use the ranger, we get run and gun.
I'm coming for you.
We come up here. We just execute this. The nice thing about rapid fire is that if you use rapid fire and it dies in a single shot, it doesn't actually go on cooldown. So I can use it the next turn.
Let's move already.
I'll use the free move. So rangers have this talent called Implacable. If you score a kill, you have a free move. And then they have a talent called Untouchable, where if you score a kill, which I just did, the next attack will miss. So by standing right in front of the Andromedon, it guarantees that the Andromedon will attack that ranger, which means that he won't take any damage and the rest of my squad is safe. I'll just use run and gun
Going in for the kill.
and kill this last
Get it done.
muton here. You can see that rangers have ridiculous damage. They can do, 90% crit.
Good riddance.
I'm gonna run up here,
Moving to designated position.
because next turn we've got to go and kill that Andromedon. She's gonna keep hiding.
Overwatch.
So this Andromedon will just use his melee attack and hit my ranger. Conveniently destroys the cover he was using as well. So I'm just going to mop up this turn. I think the Andromedon explodes, so I'm going to walk away from him so I don't take damage. I think I've got a guy here who hasn't used rapid fire yet, so he could try and use it.
Affirmative. Moving out.
That's pretty bad. I should use a different grenadier to apply the holo targeting first. This guy's got good accuracy because he's got a scope. He can change shot. I didn't even need to change shot.
It's down. Heading out.
And there you have it. We've got plenty of firepower to spare. I've still got a rapid fire shot from this ranger and a couple of shots from the other guys. So yeah, despite a pretty abysmal Overwatch ambush that dealt hardly any damage to them. I mean, usually we get a couple of kills at least. All my guys are carrying repeaters, so we get a few executes per turn. But yeah, this is a pretty safe way of dealing with the pack. There's very little risk involved. My cooldowns are going to be down for 3 turns, but that's fine because now it's going to take about 3 turns for my ranger Student Concealment to move up, find the next pack here, figure out its patrol path, and then set up an identical looking ambush.